What is going on, guys? We are live. Alright. Such a beautiful Sunday today, and I hope all of you are having a lovely one. So today I'm going to be talking about staying lean and building muscle. So I've got a lot of questions asking one, how to get leaner, how to stay lean, and how to build muscle, and even how to hold muscle while you stay lean. So personally, I'll start by because most of the time I've been asked, and I've been asked a lot, how I hold like my muscle while staying lean. And obviously one of the biggest things I see is a lot of people try to get lean so quickly. They end up dropping their calories especially too low, and this might not be good for the body as well. And sometimes you might end up also dropping muscle in the process. Okay. Another point I want to address as well on the same topic is basically, hey, shout out to my boy Docking Gamer, what a legend. Docking, hope you're doing well. Guys, if you're in this, please hit that like button. Love you guys. And also make sure you hit that subscribe button. So just again on the topic of holding as much muscle or staying lean while building muscle, another point I want to address, sorry, it's just disconnected at the moment. I don't know why, what is wrong with my internet. I'll just check. Alright, awesome, sorry about that, a little bit of a disconnection problem, but we're back. Okay, so the second point I want to address as well is a lot of people start to drop their weight once, like the weight they're lifting, once they start leaning down. And sometimes you might notice strength decrease, which is fair, but don't intentionally drop your weight. Okay, if you are lifting quite heavy in your off season and you automatically start to drop your weight, your body starts to see no use for if you've been building like a good composition of fast twitch muscle fibers from heavy lifting as well, and you automatically start to drop your weight and not doing much heavy lifting as well, your body is you're gonna lose muscle, you're gonna drop muscle, a lot of the muscle that you've gained from that. So personally, I find this is one of the points and one of the important aspects. So when it comes to training, make sure you do not intentionally drop your weight. If you are starting to lose strength, that's fine. Let your body go to your limits, push to your limits, push to what you can lift to, but don't intentionally drop your weight to something too light that your body has no use for the muscle, and don't also waste all that work that you've done. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button as well, so I can make more of these videos for you as well. So getting on to the point of building that lean mass as well, or staying lean while building muscle. So your calories is one of the big important aspects of it. So we all have macros, we have our carbs, we have our proteins and fats. Okay, now your carbs are responsible for keeping you nice and full. They're a great energy source as well. Carbs are polar to water, so what happens is when you do have carbs, usually also carry some water and actually hydrates your muscles, so it can make your muscles look fuller, and also can help with your strength, because we all know dehydration is also linked to strength loss. So when you're looking at your macros, there's different approaches of dieting, so I don't want to basically stress on I don't want to go in depth into the dieting aspect. It's more about how to actually approach your diet. So personally, I find, and this is my personal opinion, I find a high carb diet works well for me, as opposed to an extremely low carb diet. The keto diet might work for some people, but one of the things you have to start, I personally would say you have to start to notice, is if you start to notice your strength going down, and you start to feel weak, you start to feel flatter, personally I'll start to add some carbohydrates into my diet, just to fill me back up, keep those muscles nice and full. You don't want them to get too flat while you're dieting, because of course, if your muscles are not full and your body doesn't see any use for it, you're most likely going to drop it. So another thing is also just trying to keep as full as you can while you're dieting. And this also means you're not dieting too quick, you're not dieting like trying to drop about like excessive amounts of weight in such a short period. Of course that looks good, but what's to say you're not also just dropping lots of water, you're not dropping your calories too low, you're not also messing up your metabolism, because if you are dropping really quickly, and you're going like crazy low calories, this could also damage your metabolism. That's what I found in the past. If I drop my calories too low, I feel weaker, I can't train as hard, my metabolism starts to go lower, and I don't even enjoy my training anymore. So there's a lot of things that your body uses your calories for, even your hormones and stuff like that. So it's really important to also make sure these are in check. And for guys that don't have coaches, or you don't know by yourself, you can do a bit of trial and error on your body, but it's always important to understand that every single macro, so your carbs, your fats, your proteins, and know what they do. And that's going to help you understand your body more. It's all about understanding your body. And for my clients that I coach, one of the things that I actually spend time doing is actually getting to know their body. And because I know everything, not the same thing works for everyone. Some clients will work better on a higher carb diet, some clients will work better on a lower carb diet. It's not the same thing that works for everyone. Everyone is genetically different, so you got to find out what works for you. But the more important aspect is actually understanding what each macronutrient does, your calories do. But it doesn't all go down to that. It also goes down to your stress. Now this is actually one of the important aspects of your training and your dieting. Stress is such a big part, and a lot of people don't even take that into consideration. Your sleep as well. Sometimes I'm guilty of having not enough sleep, but I can actually notice a huge difference in how I look, my strength as well when I'm training. So when I'm trying to, for instance, keep lean while I'm trying to build muscle, some of the things I'm going to notice is obviously my calories are not going to be as high as if I was going to be holding a little bit more body fat. So my energy delivery for training might not be as much. Although I want to always make sure I have enough energy while I'm training, it may not be as much as if I was having like 1,000 calories over my limits. And this actually plays such a big role. So that's when nutrient timing can come in. So before you train, you could have a higher amount of calories or building up to training. So let's say in the start of the day, for instance, if you were to have a percentage of lower GI carbs, so then it can move through fluently through the day, and hopefully by the time you train, your body can utilize those, and closer to your training you can have a higher GI carbs. For those of you that love fruit in your diet, I personally would say high GI carbs would be perfect before your training, so you can actually utilize it. For those of you on a keto diet, an MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides. The reason why an MCT oil will be great for you guys is, like coconut oil will be great for you guys, is because although it is a fat and you guys are higher fat, it does bypass your intestinal walls and goes straight through your bloodstream, so your body can actually utilize it quite well. So it's always great and important to know these aspects, because these actually are some of the things that are going to help you with your training. And this, when it comes down to your training, the efficiency of your training is really important of this, in helping with this. So for instance, I personally would like to go on a power mass program, which I just actually wrote up. It's on my website, www.kwame.com.au/programs. You can check it out on my Instagram. The link is in my bio as well, at Kwameduah, for those of you that follow me up there, or you can follow me as well. What this program is about is, it basically works with percentages, okay? So it works from a percentage of your 1 rep max around your big compound movements. Now your big compound movements are designed to help test your strength and measure your strength as well. But in doing this, one, you're going to gain strength, you're also going to build mass. But this is not only just your compound movements. What I've also done is I've also designed some bodybuilding movements as well that would actually help, because you want to be, it's bodybuilding and powerlifting are completely different, and you want a mixture of both. What I personally do is I want to build strength, so I can use that to lift nice and controlled weight, and heavier, nice and controlled weight, so it makes my progressive overload easier for me, and that way I can actually build more mass and more thickness. All right. Visal Tessera says, what do you do if you're skinny fat? Okay, so personally, this is a great question, because a lot of people ask me, so what do I do? Do I bulk now? Do I do a lean bulk now, or do I cut? Okay, personally, what I would recommend for you is adding a tiny bit of cardio into, if you were to go into the aspect of I wanted to go straight into lean bulk, I'll start to add some cardio into my training. I'll also start to increase the intensity of my training, and by increasing my intensity of training, the way I'll approach this is I'll actually decrease my rest breaks. So doing this allows my body to be able to hit my cardiovascular state and help me burn more fat, but also still build muscle at the same time, because I'm still working through a progressive overload. Okay, so by this way we also speed up metabolism, trying to utilize fat as a fuel source. So you're skinny fat, so the thing is, you want to still be building your muscle, but you also want to be using fat as a fuel source. Okay, so that's what the way I approach it. Another way is you can also get as lean as possible. So program your diet in a way that you're actually losing body fat to where you're comfortable with. Now when you're comfortable, like when you reach a comfortable state and you're lean, you can start your lean bulk. I hope this answered your question, and I hope this helped you. Guys, if you are looking for coaching and you want someone to manage your diet and training for you, I'm more than happy to help you out with this. Okay, so on the topic of training, I think my internet is getting a little bit slower here, but on the topic of training and diet, my pleasure. Make sure you guys hit that like button, guys, so I can make more of these videos. Please, guys, recommend what kind of videos you'd like to see. If you want to see more of these kind of videos, more training videos, more diet, I'd love to know. As long as I'm helping you guys out, that's all matters, and you guys can also gain something out of it. But make sure you smash that like button, comment, and subscribe as well. So, you know, your training comes a lot into it. Again, your diet is a big part of it too, and also your stress. It's actually crazy, because a lot of people don't understand how much stress plays such a big role in weight loss, and you know, your hormones, and how efficiently your body can actually utilize some of your nutrients. So we have different types of stress as well, and even like some of the things we don't even realize is sometimes the choices of foods that we eat can actually cause stress on our gut. So you can have your GI stress. The GI is a short form for gastrointestinal. So if you have another thing is, if you also have food related allergies, or you know, your body just doesn't want to process certain foods and stuff like that, GI stress can kick in, and GI stress is not the most comfortable thing. And as well as, one, you can also start to lack nutrients that can help with weight loss or muscle gain. Another thing with GI stress that's not very fun at all is you know, for instance, someone that's in a caloric surplus might actually start to, like, in a caloric surplus, who's trying to gain muscle, or utilize the nutrients, that all might not be absorbed, and your body's gonna need that. So you might end up losing weight instead, and you might end up even losing muscle, because your body might not be absorbing your protein. You know, protein is much harder to digest than your carbohydrates and stuff like that. So it's really, really important. And you know, some of the things that can help with GI stress, what I personally would recommend is, you know, your probiotics, or even fermented foods. Apple cider vinegar, I found, has been really, really good for your gastrointestinal tract. Lots of high fibrous green vegetables help a lot. If you can't have them, if you're not a vegetable person, the easiest way, and you probably see that a lot on my social media, is smoothies. I love smoothies. Just an easier way to have them. I probably have some disgusting smoothies or some tasty ones. You know, it's good. Like, it's good to get your vegetables, and a lot of people do not get their vegetables, and it's a really important aspect. You know, your vitamins and minerals are such a big part. For those of you that are plant-based or vegan as well, you can get all your proteins. It's a big lie for those that say you cannot get all your proteins from a vegan diet, and I'll tell you why. Because I've actually my partner is actually vegan, so she's really knowledgeable as well. We work together with some vegan meals, and I've actually used it, and I've actually noticed no muscle loss in that time. So although I'm not fully plant-based or vegan, I have still accumulated, or actually added some of those in my diet. And you know, that's one of the things that's helped me with is my like my vitamins, minerals, my you know, my absorption of certain foods as well, clean out my GI, my gastrointestinal tract, if you know, because that's one of the important aspects. So I love to have a mix of things, you know, like, but what I'm saying is one diet does not fit all, you know, like, don't be closed-minded, always keep your mind open, be always open to try new stuff, but more importantly, start to know your body, start to know what foods work really, really well for you, okay? Make sure you get an adequate amount of protein in for recovery, make sure you get good amounts of carbohydrates in, which I would like. I really love my carbohydrates. Really love carbs, you know, as much as I love KFC, carbs are also really important, okay? Make sure you get a decent amount of fats, and your hormones, which, you know, your natural testosterone levels, they're all secreted from your fats, so you do need to get an adequate amount of fats in. You also have like your leptin and ghrelin as well, which leptin is secreted from fats. This controls your hunger and satiety level, so sometimes, you know, that cheat meal ain't gonna hurt, you know. If you don't want a cheat meal, make it more of a refeed instead. The refeed can be a really nice, clean, healthy meal, contains a little bit of saturated fats and, you know, and a decent amount of, you know, mono and polyunsaturated, and this will all help you guys. It's all about knowing and having that knowledge with your diet and training, guys. And you know, once you start to find what works for your body, you'd notice huge progress. Guys, feel free to pop in the comments below if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them. And yeah, like, you know, I want to help you guys out, and I want you guys to help me out by hitting that like button, comment, subscribe, recommend as many things as you guys want to see more of as well, because it's about you. Andrew Yan says protein. You gotta love protein. You gotta love protein. Protein is such a big aspect as well, and I know a lot of people go on about protein, but it's got a lot of roles it plays in the body and helps, you know, with even just your nails, your skin, everything, not just muscle building, okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are legends. Hope you all have a lovely day. Enjoy the most of your day, guys. If you are looking for coaching, I do online coaching. I'll put a link in the description as well, so make sure you check it out. Also, with programs, my Power Mass program would be lovely to see you guys join #Team Kwame, and I'd love to see the progress you guys make. I love seeing you guys work hard. I love seeing you guys make progress. I've had a lot of clients that have had amazing progress, and I want to see you guys also change your life. It's good. It will be such a great experience. You love the Power Mass. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. It's always good to see such good feedback, and you know, for my programs as well. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Laura. Keep smashing that Power Mass program. You guys are legends, and thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Much love, fam. I'm out. Take it great and have a lovely day. Peace.